Hey y'all, welcome to another bookish video. Today we're going to be doing the very large task of going through everything that is on my physical TBR shelf. The lighting's going to change a little bit because my big bookshelf is actually in the basement. If you're interested to see all of the books that are on my TBR, please keep on watching. Yeah. In my bedroom, I actually have one of these tree bookshelves, and I have what's on my immediate TBR. So we can go through this one first. On my bed head, we have the Gilded Ones trilogy. So we have the Gilded Ones. Well, this is already read. On the TBR is the Merciless Ones and the Eternal Ones, all by Namina Forna. We also have Throne of Glass. I only have one of the books. And we have A Court of Thorns and Roses. As you can see, this is a very old copy. I have not read this before. And I think I have the first 4 in the series. Next, we have Harry Potter. We have Lover or Loser by Tessa Bailey. And we also have Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. I almost read this one this month, but I didn't. Next, we have A Song of Wraith and Ruins by Roseanne A. Brown. We have Verity by Colleen Hoover. And we have Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. Next, we have Red Rising by Pierce Brown, Daydream by Hannah Grace, and The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Next, we have Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone by Benjamin Stevenson, and The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. We have The House in the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klune, and Snow by H.P. Mallory, which I think is like a dark romance. It's like 10 or 12 books in the series, which is crazy to me. And it's like a fairy tale retelling, which is very, very cool. We have An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. We have Haunting Adeline by H.D. Carlton. Oh, that's H.P. Mallory. H.D. Carlton. Why, I don't know. And we have Children of Virtue and Vengeance by Tomi Adeyemi. Final shelf of the immediate TBR. We have The Lost Dreamer by Les Huerta. And we have The Bells by Danielle Clayton. Is that another fairy tale retelling? I can't remember. Now we're gonna head to the basement where the other 100 books are. I feel the need to say that we're only going through the fiction books because I still have nonfiction, autobiographies, classics. I'm just going through the contemporary books. Okay? Next, Patsy by Nicole Dennis Brown. The Three-Body Problem by Cixin Liu, I think. We have Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Up from Freedom by Wayne Grady. We Are Not Like Them by Christine Pride and Joe Piazza. I don't really know what that's about. We have A Man Called Ova by Friedrich Bachman. We have A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. I got it right, almost. I'm excited to read this, honestly. But I'm waiting to be in a solid headspace because I heard that book wrecks you. Oh, by the way, if you're interested in my jewelry and seeing where everything's from and all that fun stuff, watch my spring outfits video. It's all in there. And then we have Binti by Nindi Okorafor. This one's sci-fi. I'm interested. This shelf is all my sci-fi and literary fiction, by the way. Next, we have our the Scythe, not trilogy, quadrilogy, the 4 volumes of the Scythe. So we have Scythe, Thunderhead, The Toll, and Gleanings. I'm excited for this one by Neil Shusterman. And finally, on the, I think everything for the literary fiction, adult lit fic, we have American Dirt by Janine Cummings. We have Half of a Yellow Sun by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. I wanted to read this a long time ago, girl. We have How Long Till Black Future Month by N.K. Jemisin. I heard they're a very good author, but I didn't realize it was a short story collection. And I'm not really a short story collection type of girl. So that's why it's still there. I think I've read like 3 of the stories in that. We have Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. This was a suggestion from my sister. She said it's really good. And she usually has pretty good lit fic recommendations. So we have Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng. This is a TV show, which the TV show is really good with Reese Witherspoon. We have Black Girls Must Have It All. That book smells old. We have Black Girls Must Have It All by Jane Allen, the 3rd one in the Black Girls series. And finally, we have Homegoing by Yaa Gyasi. Next, we have the romance shelf, but I don't think this is a romance. I think this is also lit fic. We have The Lost Bookshop by Evie Woods. Look at that cover. Look at that. Look at the gold foiling. Can you tell? I don't know if you can tell. So then we have Same Time Next Summer by Annabelle Monaghan. Twisted Love, the first book in the series of 4, I think, by Anna Huang. Why is that? That's the wrong way, girl. Let's hope I get through this whole video without reorganizing everything. We have The X-Hex by Erin Sterling. That should be at the bottom. Girl, who taught you to organize? Nobody. I just be doing it. No. We have Real. Am I focused? We have Real by Kennedy Ryan. We have Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. We have Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan, and also Be Mine Forever by Kennedy Ryan. We have How to Walk Away by Catherine Center. I noticed recently I'm a very big Catherine Center fan. Very big. I've read 1 book and I liked it. Okay. Oh, by the way, the way my bookshelf is organized, the books at the front are the books I haven't read yet, as you could tell by now. But the books in the back, like these right here, and those back there, are the books that I've already read and decided to keep. So, next we have, oh my days, This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan. The 3rd one, I think, just came out. So, I'm actually excited to read that whole trilogy. We have Happy Place by Emily Henry. I think I've read all of the other Emily Henry books besides that one. We have Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan. We have Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune. Hooked by Emily McIntyre. I have a couple of dark romances. I'm kind of interested in them. I've never actually read a singular one, but I just feel like it would be cool. Because like, what do you mean you're stalking me? What do you mean? You have Things You Save in a Fire by Catherine Center. Some of these, a lot of my books actually, I thrifted them. That's why I have so many. And I thrift the same author, either an author I already have or an author I've heard of. Yeah, like that. That works out most of the time. Sometimes, as you'll see on the shelf below, it doesn't always work out for me. And the final book on the shelf is Daisy Hates by Jessa Hastings. This is the second book in the Magnolia Park series. I read the first one like a week ago. It was so good. Chef's kiss. And I saw this one already from before in the thrift store. And I love this cover. Look at this cover. That's so freaking cool. I don't like the cover with the feet on it. It's just weird. In our YA romance, we have An Abundance of Catherines by John Green. I can't wait to read his new books. Everything is new book. Everything is tuberculosis. I love John Green's writing. It's so good. We have The Do-Over by Lynn Painter. We have The Upside of Falling by Alex Light, a Wattpad novel. I just saw it at a random, like, we had like a community fair and people were selling books and it was like 50 cents, so like, why not? We have The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. Again, I like his writing. We have Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute by Talia Hibbert. I like her adult romances, so I'm interested to see if this one is good as well. And finally, we have Instructions for Dancing by Nicola Yoon. In the adult thrillers, you can see what they are already. We have All Good People Here by Ashley Flowers. I actually started this already. I just don't know where the heck I got to. I don't know. And then we also have Beautiful Ugly by Alice Feeney. I love a good thriller. It's a good palate cleanser for me. Thriller and romance. We also have, I can't take them up, Stephen King's Nightmares and Dreamscapes. And we also have we also have The Perfect Couple by Ellen Hildebrand. And we have The Stand by Stephen King. Now for the books that I can physically pick up, we have You May Now Kill the Bride by Kate Weston. I don't think I've ever heard of this author, this book. Nobody's ever, I've never heard about it on the internet before, but I hope it's good. It's like, okay, the thing is, I realize I don't really like cozy mysteries, cozy whatever, cozy thrillers. It's not my cup of tea. I read one of the more well-known ones, The Thursday Murder Club, and I was just like, okay. So I don't know if I'm gonna ever read those books, read this one, or everyone in my family's killed someone, just because it's cozy mystery again, and I'm just like, I don't really know if that's my thing. This is an example of buying multiple of the same author without reading the first book by them. This is Just Like the Other Girls by Claire Douglas. I recently read The Girls Who Disappeared. This one my boyfriend bought for me. And yeah. And finally we have Liane Moriarty's 9 Perfect Strangers. She wrote Apples Never Fall, which was also a book recommended to me by my sister, which was also very good. And then finally we have The Only Survivors by Megan Miranda and The Locked Door by Frida McFadden. I also have another one. I have One by One by Frida McFadden, but my dad's reading that right now. Maybe he's reading it, who knows. Maybe he's just using it as a coaster for a bit. It doesn't matter to me. Okay, next we're gonna get into this is like a mix of like YA / young adult sci-fi fantasy mystery, all and lit fic. My knee hurts. I need a seat. Hold on. Alright, now let's make it through. So, first we have A Song Below Water and A Chorus Rises by Bethany C. Morrow. I think it's like a mermaid duology. Then we have Legendborn and Bloodmarked, books 1 and 2 in the Legendborn cycle. I think there is 4 books in this series, and the 3rd one just came out like last week, I think. And then we have One of Us Is Next by Karen and McManus. And we also have Mockingjay and Catching Fire in the Hunger Games series. I'm currently reading the first Hunger Games. I think I've read the first one before, but I don't remember reading or watching the movies for the 2nd and 3rd one. So I wanted to rewatch it, especially since Sunrise on the Reaping is coming out. And I also haven't read A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, but until it comes out in a cover looking like that, I'm not buying that. Okay. Next, we have Grown by Tiffany D. Jackson. I've tried to read this so many times, but it pisses me off, and so I can never make it through it. It grosses me out. It pisses me off every single time, and I'm just in like the first 50 pages. So, am I in the first 50? I'm in 62. I'm on page 62. I just can't read it. It's like Monday's not coming. It's so hard to get through. Anyways, we also have Cinderella is Dead by Kaylin Bayron. I read something else by this author, but I don't remember what it is. Okay. Next we have The Girl with the Louding Voice by Abby Dari. Again, one of those books that's really, really hard for me to make it through just because of the content and like the experiences that are being talked about. But I feel like it's necessary to read books like this anyways. I started it a while ago, and as you can see, I was tabbing it and stuff like that, but it's just hard to get through. And then we have Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. On the last little stack here, we have Dear Justice by Nick Stone. This is the 2nd book in the Dear Martin duology, I guess. Dear Martin was really good. It's like this kid is navigating life by writing letters to Martin Luther King Jr., I guess. It was pretty cool when I read it. Don't Ask Me Where I'm From by Jennifer DeLeon. I had just wanted a book with a girl of color on the front of it, so that's where that came from. Then we have All American Boys by Jason Reynolds and Brendan Keeley. Oh, it has a Coretta Scott King Award. Very cool. I didn't know that. I don't know. I was and a couple of years ago, I was really into reading books that have like a social justice message behind it, especially for Black people or people of color. So there's gonna be a few of them. I think that may have been the last of it, but there might be more. Who knows? There might be more. We have The Cost of Knowing by Brittany Morris. Actually, I think one of these people can like see how people die in here. Brittany Morris is pretty cool. She also wrote Slate, which is a very, very cool kind of like video gamey type of book as well. So I'm interested in this one. I think the main character's brother is like dying or something like that. I don't know. We have The Blackwoods by Blandy Colbert. I bought this because the cover reminded me of this one. Cover reminded me of this. And I was like, I loved this book. This book was very, very good. And so I was like, this looks like it would be similar. It's not. I'm pretty sure it's like a lit fic, as opposed to the other one, which was probably lit fic actually. Next we have Out of Body by Nia Davenport. Some of these books you see in my recent haul from Book Outlet or the thrift store. This one I think it's like a body snatcher thriller book. Finally, on this shelf we have In Nightfall by Susan Young, which I think is a vampire, werewolf, vampire. It's a vampire They look like vampires, don't they? It's a vampire one. Okay, on to the final shelf of the fun shelves. A lot of these books at the bottom are like the third and second are the completion of a series, so it's gonna be a slightly repetitive, but not 100, obviously not 100%, because I wouldn't have two of the same books. I have had two of the same books before though. I have had two of the same books before though. I bought Icebreaker at the thrift store, and then I bought Icebreaker in store once, in Indigo once. That was an awkward thing to have to return. I didn't know they accepted returns on books, because it's like I could just read it in like 2 days, which is, well, that's not the average time, but it could happen, and just return it and be like, I realize I already have it, you know. Anyways, this is the third in the Children of Blood and Bone series. Is Children of Anguish and Anarchy by Tony Adeyemi. Leave a comment below if you guys are gonna watch the movie, because people are having a big issue with the casting, and it's like, but it's still black people, like, you know what I'm saying. Next is, oh my god, Empress Crowned in Red by Sienna Smart. This is the second one in the Witches Steeped in Gold duology. Jeez Louise, isn't it gorgeous? But it's thick. Next we have Witches Steeped in Gold by Sienna Smart. I didn't realize this wasn't upstairs. I was wondering about it, but the front looks like a Jamaican flag. That's the original reason why it was purchased. Not really a witch type of reader, but hey, this is, okay, I'll put that in the second one. This is Crooked Kingdom, which is the second one in the Six of Crows duology. Apparently it's really good. Really good. Even to this day, this book was published, I want to say, like, bro, this book was published in 2016, so that's what, 9 years ago, and this is the second one in the series, so at least a decade-old duology, and people are still discovering it, and still, oh, it says we never stop fighting. That's really cool. I don't look at anything in the books if I haven't read it yet, because I don't want to be spoiled. Okay, that's it for that. Next, A Psalm of Storms and Silence, which is the second book in the Song of Wraith and Ruins duology. Next we have Blood Like Magic and Blood Like Fate by Liselle Sambury. Next we have Dragon Fruit by Makia Lucier, I don't know. I bought it because the cover is pretty. It's a YA. I think they're like on a mission to do something, I don't know. We have The Everlasting Rose, which is the second book in the Bells. I think it's only 2 books in the series, right? Must read sequel, but is it the final one? It's a pretty, yeah, I think it's just the final one. So this is a pretty cover, my goodness gracious. Then we have Lore by Alexandra Bracken. This is a thickie on a book, but the writing's not that small. I read Circe. I don't think it's by the same author, but I read Circe, and I loved that book. I think I listened to it on audiobook through the library. I love that book. I want to read Lore, and there's another one that I haven't thought of yet. I don't know what it's called. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like a Greek mythology retelling type too. So, and then finally in this stack we have Dread Nation by Justina Ireland. Now we are on the final stack. Okay, the stack down there. We're on the final stack, and these are just, thankfully, continuations of series. So let me just grab them series by series. Okay, we have the rest of the ACOTAR series. These two are the original covers, original paperbacks, and then this is like the new, one of the newer paperback versions. I have no idea what the heck this series is about, but I know for sure I am 1000% not purchasing the fourth one in the series, the fifth one in the series, because it looks different and I'm not gonna do that to myself or my bookshelves. Next we have book 2 and 3 in the Harry Potter series. Again, never read this series, watched the movies for the first time when I went to visit my sister maybe like 3 years ago now. It's a good movie series, but I feel like because I watched the movies before I read the books, I kind of ruined it for myself. So it's taken me a while to make it through the first one. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been reading the first one for like over a year now. Well, not reading it, I read it and then I stopped, and it's been over a year since I stopped. So anyways, the final books on my physical TBR are the Beasts of Prey trilogy, which I got from Book Outlet, and I just bought it because it was a YA fantasy. Oh my god, there's a spider on it. Oh, that's so cool. There's a spider in this one. There's some kind of like a dragonfly in this one in the corner, and this one just boo. This one has nothing on it. But Beasts of Prey series, I have no idea what this is about, but you know, that's it for everything on my physical TBR. If you guys have any suggestions of which ones I should read first, that you want to see in a video, you want to see my reaction to, etc, etc, or your favorite ones from the ones I just talked about, please leave a comment down below and let me know. Make sure you thumbs up the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.